Quest still got this studio over there.
Is that
You
Lugs?
still got that studio over there.
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Is that Lugs?
Wallabies. Wallaby. The Wallabies.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, I'm saying. I was wearing those my sophomore year, and everybody's like, man, what was it? Ugly as hell. Junior year, Charles Green, all these motherfuckers wearing them.
They was wearing Lugs, not Wallabies.
No, Charles Green had some orange ones like that.
I know
And
what you're talking
and he was wearing them like me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
But he was wearing them like me. I would have the tan ones with some khakis and a button-up shirt on top.
Hey, low key, that's a
Shit like
song you should have in one of your videos.
Yeah.
The song, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
That's
I like it.
the kind of videos you make.
Mm-hmm.
That's the music right there.
It's dope.
I love it.
Everybody shared it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Facebook. We are live. This is the Gray Area, and this is your boy Ray E.
And this is your boy P. Wills. What's happening?
And this is Ebony. What's going
Ebony in the
on?
building, y'all. You know we got to pick on you, Ebony.
Oh my God!
You've been
every
gone
time.
this past couple of weeks.
1 week.
One week.
Just 1 week.
It seemed like a couple of weeks.
1 week.
It's all right.
And she had her fair share of chitlins, boy. She had a conversation with me about all the chitlins, man,
No,
that
I
she had to
did
clean
not.
and eat. I said, man.
No, I did not. I had some chitlins. You right with ranch. I put ranch on my chitlins.
Ranch and hot sauce.
and hot sauce.
I just pray for anybody that eats chitlins.
Pray
I just
for
do.
them.
I mean, that is,
I agree, man.
if you like it, you like it. But that, I can't get
Couple
with
of
it.
y'all over there, man, look like y'all smashed some chitlins. Boy. Devin down. Like, hey, look, he had a big old bowl of chitlins.
No, it's been 3 years for me. No pork. No pork,
That boy
bitch.
talking
That's
about,
right.
hey, God.
Pork is one of the worst things
He was
that
really
we
talking
can
to
put in our
God
body.
after he ate them.
He was eating that talk about, I talked to God. Oh, Lord.
Swine God, huh? Swine God.
We have a very special show tonight. It's something to me that gets left out a lot in this world is the creativity that's driven. The driven creativity behind the community and what you guys do in regards to your creativity. I want to shed light on tonight. So I have a very special group here who all individually do some very special things. To me, I feel like all these guys are visionary. And to me, you all have a talent that most people just can't do. You know, I hate to say that, but you all are naturally gifted with what you have. And we had a conversation about this before, how some people, it may take them 40 days to figure out something, and you all have individually have something that you just like are able to do, like, you know. It's just like LeBron, right? LeBron, he's always been big, always been a great basketball player. Like him, like, man, if I had that height, I could do this now.
You gotta say
But-
pause after that, dog.
That was not a pause.
But to me,
You
there's
can't
just
say, hey,
people.
man, he's always been big and then keep going.
Oh, my
you
God.
gotta say pause with that, right?
Oh,
Hold
my
on.
God.
Listen, look, dog, listen, man. You're on a
Jesus.
good road, man, but you gotta say pause after that. Yeah, man,
Look.
hit the light.
Look, only you bring up conversations like that.
Man, you gotta watch you, man. Man, hey,
Listen,
you know.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is
you
that
doing?
some people are just naturally gifted, and other people have to work really, really, really hard to get to that level. Okay, so I got my man Jeremy Wallace, aka Jace,
All right, Jay.
back in the day, Jace God.
There you go.
This guy, because he used to do music. But you're a videographer. To me, you're one of the most talented videographers I've ever met. You did my On Me video. But even prior to that, the stuff that I seen that you were able to do is phenomenal to me.
Appreciate it, man.
You know, there's people who just do videos because they can do them. You're a person that really takes it serious and puts time into making sure that it looks good. And so, you know, thanks for coming to the Gray Area.
Man. Appreciate you having me.
My man Jamichael, Kingpin, Pollard. Did I say your last name right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, this dude, man, do tattoos, you draw, You just an artistic dude, and you used to do music as well.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So again, to me, artists are visionary. I feel like
Everybody.
if you can look at somebody's face and draw something, that's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't draw people. You know what I mean? Like you can't look at people and draw people. Like you drew Martin and all of his different characters. I just want to show the people this. You drew Martin and all of his characters. That's pretty damn good right there.
Sorry.
And all of these characters are hilarious. So, sorry about that. And not only that, you've drawn pictures for and given pictures to Carrie Hilson.
Volume. Sorry.
Yeah, I turned it down. I turned it down.
You've drawn pictures and given them to Carrie Hilson
Yeah.
and other celebrities.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this to Martin.
You trying to get this to Martin? You'll get it to him. You'll get it to him, and then we have one. We haven't
Is Charles
shown
Murphy
yet.
on there too?
Huh?
No. This is all Martin right here.
It's dope, bro.
But
Wow.
you have one that you drew of Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all of his
Go
different.
to show it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because me and my family, we just auditioned for Family Feud.
That's dope, man. No, that is
Look
dope.
at that.
We get shows like,
That's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, get to get it to
That's
them.
Man, you talented,
That's
bro.
amazing,
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
Yeah, man, it is. I mean, that looks exactly like Steve
Yeah,
Harvey.
it does.
Yeah, I try to catch
Yeah.
all of his expressions.
Yeah. And you draw
dope.
people like locally. People hire you to draw them, and they frame it and put pictures up. And you do it. Do you do everything with color pencil,
Nah, I just got into painting earlier this year.
painting?
Yeah,
Okay.
So that's, well, if you can show that one over there.
Yeah. There's a nice picture here in the background over here. I want to be careful about how nice I say that picture is, but that picture is just a nice picture back there.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Ebony?
Oh.
See, yeah.
You get the backshot picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That picture. So I'm gonna ask you later on
That's
how
the
much
po-
that picture costs.
Alright.
But right now we're not gonna do that.
That's the pose
So-
that
so-
every man loves. Hey, man, you captured
Ray's
it.
trying to be discreet and you
man,
just
you
come
captured
out with it.
Hey, listen.
Ray's trying to be
Listen.
modest.
Hey, listen. When a man earns that pose right there,
That's it.
he's done something.
Hey, you officially in there if you get that right there.
Literally in there.
Okay, so this other picture, what's my man name? Daniel Glover?
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. I'm sorry. Stop, Evan. I usually remember people's names.
That's who he is.
Donald Glover. He's been in a lot of films too.
Yeah,
but
that's
This Is
only
America.
for real
That's
right there.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah, thank
Like
you.
man, look that looks like somebody took a picture and then just colorized it and put it on there. But you actually drew that.
Yeah, it's the first time doing like mixed media. That's graphite pencil, color pencil, and paint.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So welcome to the gray area.
Yeah.
To me, that's an
Thank you for
amazing talent.
having me.
And my man over here, Devin Golder,
Yes, sir.
is been doing music for years.
Yes,
I was
sir.
scrolling
Since
through your
Dark
page
West.
the other day, and I seen Connection. Is that the
Yeah.
group name?
Yeah, connection.
And so
I was thinking of-
you've been doing music for a long time.
Definitely. All my
Producer,
life.
artist,
All my life.
very talented. I've been knowing you for a minute on the music scene, and you've made every time I look somewhere, you in another city, another country, doing something with the elites in
Yeah.
music. And so recently, you put together a song. It's called "I Talk to God,"
Yes.
and those who are tuning in, you may have seen our promo video that we put together, or if you've been in since the beginning of this session, then you heard his song. It's called "I Talk to God," featuring Wyclef Jean.
Right.
So that's awesome to me. I want to welcome you to the gray
definitely
area, and
a
we're gonna
blessing.
definitely talk to you about your relationship with Wyclef Jean and how you all put this music this together and what you're trying to do with it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brothers, man, for coming, bro.
Yeah. We appreciate
Thank you for
y'all
having
being
us.
here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
So what I want to do first, man, is ask you guys what drives your creativity. Jace, I forgot to mention this. You have a series called 99 Years, and you'll probably be able to explain it better than me. I'm not even going to try to explain. I can explain it from my view, but I think that hearing it from the person who created the series, which I think is genius. So tell us about what drives your creativity, and tell us about the series 99 Years.
Okay, so yeah, I'll start with 99 years. So basically it's a project where we interview one person of every age from 1 to 99. And every season we ask them a particular question. So this season, first season is happiness. So it's what makes you happy and why.
Right.
So basically, I mean, I want to create that because I wanted to give a platform for every who are, you know, popular or famous,
Right.
you know, stuff like that. So I wanted to give every person the opportunity to kind of give us a glimpse into their life and like create a concept around that. And
Right.
then also too, I was intrigued by the idea of what a 1-year-old and 99-year-old have in common, and then all the ages in between. So
Right.
yeah, diapers, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, because you just had that baby not too long ago.
Congrats on that.
Jelani.
Man, but what?
Thank
Man, but what inspired you, man, to do that?
So really, for me, I mean, I'm an inquisitive person, so I was just really curious, you know, because I feel like when you're born, you're being taken care of, and then midlife, you're taking care of others. Then when you die, you're being taken care of. So I want to see what the similarities were between the 1 and 99-year-old and all the ages that lead up to it.
So I can imagine the impact that it may have on just you personally.
Yeah,
Has
no.
there been some stories to where, you know, you really like took away from it, or, you know, it I guess just somehow just impacted you in a way that you wouldn't forget?
It has. I think what it is for me is just the way people are able to express themselves, and it's the simple things in life that make people happy. You know, what makes one person happy from an age, you know, because I wasn't, and the thing is, like, for every episode, I put their name at the end. So it's saying this represents the age of this particular person. So it's not everybody at this particular age. Like a 33-year-old, what one person may like, the other person won't. So, you know, I want to separate these and let people know that this is for this particular person's life. You know, but for me, what I've learned is just, yeah, everybody wants to be happy. You know, so we kind of, yeah, so every season is different, so I'm excited when we jump into the other seasons just to hear how people differentiate themselves from other people.
I'm curious, what did the elders, what did they say was their happiness versus younger people, younger generations?
I think so right now we're up to 33.
Oh.
As far as this release, so starting December 10th when it comes back, well, we'll start with 34. So every day it's a daily series. Yeah, it's a daily series. But what I'm noticing so far is the fact that when you get into your 30s, you start talking a lot more about family and like that connection. Usually, you know, someone has a kid, so they're talking about, you know, that's what makes them happy, seeing their kid grow up and stuff like that. So, and then I think as you get older, you start to really see they're just more at peace with themselves. But you know, I don't want to say too much. You know, I guess December 10th we'll get a little bit more into it.
What inspires your creativity or your creative process? And that question, man, goes for all three of y'all.
Say it again.
Like what moves you? What moved you to paint that picture of Mark?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So what inspires
now,
you? Or anybody? What inspires
you?
you?
He
To
was gonna go first, and then
Yeah. Talk about what drives your creativity.
yeah. Like what inspires you, man? to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
creative?
Yeah, what inspires me is just that hasn't been told. You know, and that thread that kind of ties us all together. I'm always looking from the aspect of humanity and what we're all looking for. Like, because that's the thing. Like, none of us knows. We don't really know what makes us happy. We only have like a thought of it. You know, at the moment, because happiness always changes. So with stuff like that, I'm always thinking about just the smallest details about everything. You know, I can see a picture and come up with I guess I'll start there. So what inspires me usually, like, I can see a picture and it always makes me wonder what happened before and then what happened after the picture was taken. So that's usually how I start my creative process.
Analytical.
You know, I'm very
Yeah.
yeah.
How about you?
Alright, well, drawing was really just a stress reliever for me. Like, I was going through a lot a couple years ago. Like, really, I stopped drawing for 5 years. And I just picked back up in 2016. And since then, I've done over 200 some pictures.
Wow.
Like, commission work and stuff for myself and a couple art shows. Got an art show coming up December 16th. But,
Why'd you stop?
when my grandmother died, like,
Yeah.
it took a toll on me. So, yeah, like, I lost my passion for it. Like, I ended up dropping out of school, out of college, and just never picked back up.
Wow.
And then, yeah, just over the years, so much went on. And then, New Year's, I was like, I'm going to see if I still got it. So, first picture I drew was Sandra Bland. And then, yeah, just
I'd
never
love to
stopped
see
since.
that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of incredible. Make sure when we switch to him that you put in your feed what 9 years is.
Okay.
And then I don't know what your Instagram is. What is your Instagram?
Kingpin Art.
Kingpin Art. If y'all could don't get off this live feed, but somehow, some way, grab your significant other's phone and go to Kingpin Art on Instagram so you can check out Jamichael's art.
It's
Go ahead.
KYNGPEN art, all one word. So,
Yeah.
And Jamichael, I wasn't trying to tell you put your phone on the floor, just so you know.
Oh, you good? It was volume, right?
Yeah. Somebody's volume was up while you were talking.
Right,
He was
too,
like,
yeah.
"What?" He
That's
put
a
it on the
bad
floor. He
attitude.
thought, I was telling him to put his phone on the floor.
That was your bad
Oh,
attitude.
hush.
Nah, you're good. I understood. But yeah, it was just right now. I mean, I'm just trying to get to a whole new level. Like that's why I'm trying to reach out to stars. I'm trying to really get out there. So I did the picture for Martin because he had a comedy show here a couple months ago. So I was hoping to get it to him, but it was so crowded. Like, there's no choice. No
Right.
chance.
Well, tell us about the Carrie Hilson thing.
Oh man, that's
Is
my
it-
wife.
Yeah, that's your wife.
Yeah. Everybody
You
knows
said
me.
my wife?
That's my wife.
Everybody that know you
Everybody
love
me.
Carrie Hilson.
Everybody knows. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, she had a concert down here, and T.I. had a concert literally the week before, and I did a picture of T.I. a long time ago, but I didn't bring it with me. And then when I'm walking to my car, T.I. literally walks right past me to get to his
Wow.
car. So if I would have had a picture,
Right.
I could have met T.I.
Dang.
Yeah, so I'm pissed about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, it's not going down Carrie Hilson.
Right.
So I drew Carrie Hilson last year. So yeah, like got to go to the show and like it was literally like right there. So
Right.
I held the picture up and she came over and was talking to me and my child's mother and everything.
Yeah.
And we brought her up on stage with her and stuff.
Wow.
And so it was a wonderful experience. And
Did
then
Nice, nice.
she ended up sharing it
yeah,
on Instagram.
yeah, like I didn't have no business cards on me at that
Yeah.
time, and the security guards wouldn't let me go outside to get anything. So I gave her the picture, and then randomly I got on Facebook or on Instagram like a couple months ago, and she posted it. She was like about to put it up in the studio, but she didn't have my information.
Right.
So I ended up like having everybody tag her in it, let her know that I was one that did it. Then
Yeah.
a couple hours later, she posted me again a picture of me and her. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
What's up?
Nice. That's a big deal, man.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and that makes it all worth it for what you do, right? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Getting that to somebody that you drew. Like, to me, this stuff is amazing. I think Martin's going to love this.
Yeah.
Steve
yeah.
Harvey's going to love that. Are you giving that to Daniel?
Nah, I really just did that for
Donald
her.
Glover?
Yeah, I just tried to do a deep piece because you know.
The
like,
lethal weapon is that
everything.
one.
Let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about that one right there. Don't give that to nobody. No.
That's we call that.
Where you gonna put that though, when you
Huh?
That's
where you
lethal
gonna
weapon.
put it?
I don't know. I might
You
put it
better
in
put
my
that in
car.
the man cave or something. You're
Get
not
rid of
gonna
it,
be able
dog.
to just post that up in the
That's
house.
lethal weapon. I mean, you can talk about Danny Glover. That's lethal weapon.
That's actually a friend of mine. Like we actually used to go to church together.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
Years ago. So
That's
it's
awesome.
kinda crazy. But yeah, like she posted on her Instagram because she models and stuff, do different pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I saw that picture. I was like, you gotta let me do this picture. Like,
Mhm.
so she said I could, and then like she actually tried to help me sell it, but if no one buys it, she gonna get it. And
Yeah.
her mother actually hit me up about buying it too. So
Wow.
Her mother?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
it's
That's dope.
nice. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful picture.
Yeah, 'cause I don't like to do like too revealing naked
Yeah,
pictures. So
Uh-huh.
something with some class with it.
No,
So,
that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And they make me want to go. Yeah, they
You're right.
Gladly.
I guess
Devin.
my inspiration would be just
Hold on, we can't give
music.
you the money.
Music makes me happy. You know what I mean? That's
For
just
sure.
like what I'm called to do. That's all I've ever done. So it's like, it could be a stress reliever. You know, I just like to see my growth when I'm creating.
Sure.
So you know, that's what inspires me to keep going. It's
Yeah.
like I wasn't always the writer I am today. I wasn't always the producer I am today. I wasn't always the artist I am today. So every day it just grows, it gets better,
Sure.
and that's what inspires me to see growth.
Right.
So now it's like I've seen my growth. You know, I'm making songs like "Talk to God." I'm trying
Yeah.
to mature with my music.
Absolutely.
Now my kids are making music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like constant growth.
Yeah.
And that's what inspires me, just to see. I don't know where it's gonna go. You know what I mean? So it just inspired me to keep going, just to see where it ends up. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
So
And that's the beauty of the journey, man.
yeah,
that's
definitely,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
definitely.
Did you have those moments, or have you had those different along your journey in music to where you were figuring yourself out and
Oh,
like you know, at one point maybe you I guess I'll try this rap thing. At one point maybe I'll be secular, and then
Yeah, definitely. I started as a gospel artist. As a child, I was in a group called Connection. He put
Yeah,
me up
yeah,
in it.
yeah. I
And
seen
then
that.
we went from Connection, and I took a little break, and then I was in the Righteous Riders.
Wait, which one was you on the Connection? Because I
I was
couldn't.
the baby, the little kid.
Oh, you was the young dude that was rapping? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You had some flow.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
My mother actually wrote my raps at that time.
Shut
Wow.
She
Shout out to
did?
my group.
Wow.
Yeah, my mother.
Wow.
Shout out to
and
mine.
my-
Shout out to your mom,
And
man.
my auntie and my cousins, it was like a collective effort. So,
Yeah.
they kind of just threw me out there. They kind of threw me on the stage, as a
See,
young
see
age.
now I got to pull it up because I want them to see it. I want them to
Okay,
see the
now-
young.
Is my memory serving me correctly? Weren't you guys at StarQuest?
Yeah.
Didn't you used
I
to
was in a
partic- I
group.
thought so.
I was in a group called Desire for StarQuest. That was
Okay.
probably, mid '90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought I saw you guys in a group.
Is that-
your-
is that
your
you right there?
brothers In a group.
Yeah, that's me right there, the little guy.
Oh man. Hold on.
Maybe
hold
you were
on.
featured.
I just messed
think
it up.
maybe you guys were featured and weren't in StarQuest. I think you were just one of the featuring acts.
Maybe I don't really recall.
I'ma
And
share
you were
this in the
about that
live
little
feed.
too.
Yeah, oh yeah, maybe so. We did a lot of stuff that I probably don't.
The album
remember.
cover, I think all of you had on suits.
Yep,
Okay.
that sounds
I
right.
thought so.
We had on like MC Hammer pants.
You sure did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
So you landed on, like you said, your journey took you through, different places, and then you settled on being a gospel artist.
I mean, I wouldn't say I settled on that because I don't consider myself a gospel artist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I make all genres of music. I work with all genres of artists.
Okay.
I'm a producer as well as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I got R&B songs out there. I got all different kinds of music out there. But I just felt like where I'm at in life right now, like I said, my children are making music. I got a 19-year-old son. I got a 16-year-old son. So it's
And
like
then he looked 19 himself.
You're like 27.
over to the left side. Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Y'all was doing y'all thing. Let me hear a little bit of it though. Hold on.
I can't believe you found this, man.
Yeah, YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know this was on YouTube.
Hey man, that's Color Me Bad right there.
Yeah, my mom and my
remember that
auntie made
look.
all our clothes.
Can you remember performing this, like where you were?
I think we were in Chicago. I think that was actually a Oprah set.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. But it wasn't Oprah's show. They just used her facilities.
Was that you in the back?
No, I'm the littlest.
Yeah,
little
he's the-
guy.
he's the
Yeah.
smallest guy. You know what's interesting about this is that y'all started out as Christian rap group,
Right.
and now you back to doing
There you go.
music for
Yeah,
God.
because like I said, man, I'm 36 years old. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I got teenage sons.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's like, am I really on the road to be the next Chris Brown right now? Like, no.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like I really had to just, come to myself and say, hey, this is where I came from. You
For
know
sure.
what I mean? I have outlets for this. I did a situation with Ty Scott Records, which is like the biggest gospel record label
Yeah.
there
Right.
is, which is owned by my uncle. You know
Nice.
what I mean? So it's like, I have all these blessings in my corner
Yeah.
that I'm ignoring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Why
like,
you say that?
well, I'm not ignoring it anymore.
Okay.
I was.
At the
You know what
time.
I'm saying? I
Yeah.
wasn't doing these things. Because that's really the inspiration for the song Talk to God. It's like,
Right.
because I make R&B music, or because, I might have a drink, or, I might need to smoke a little bit or something.
Yeah.
Why can't I make a song about God?
Right.
I love God too. I'm
Right.
sure the pastor might have a drink, or he might cuss
Sure.
sometime, or he might have a sour thought. What's the difference between me and him?
Right.
He preaches the
That's a good
gospel
point.
Right.
every week. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And why can't I make a song about God, or
Right.
a project about God, just because my life doesn't match up with yours?
Right.
Right. Right.
So that's really was the inspiration for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, listen, awesome song, brother.
Thank you.
And from the first time you sent it to me and I heard it, I said, man, this is dope.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like
I
it's
appreciate
really
it.
official. And you got Wyclef on it. Tell us how your relationship with Wyclef and how you guys
Okay.
put this together.
Wyclef, man, we've had a long relationship that dates probably back to 01, 02. I was signed to Wyclef at one point in time. Like during that time, I had a lot of success through Wyclef. He's turned me on to a lot of things. I produced his record, The Sweetest Girl, with Akon and Lil Wayne.
Nice.
It sold over 1 million copies.
Nice.
Platinum.
Platinum.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Wow.
That's kind of where our relationship started. Over the years, you know, a lot of things happened, but recently we got back together. I did some spot dates on his last tour in 2018, and we just started kind of rekindling our relationship. And he liked the song. He was going through some things at the time in his life, and he was like, this song really was ministering to him, and he agreed to do the song with me. And that was just pretty much in a nutshell how it came down, you know.
That's awesome. Well, it's already getting some reviews. You got a couple of major blogs that's been writing about you, like Bossip, and a couple of other ones. And you know, where do you see this going? Is this, and then when is the actual release date for, you know, when you're trying to release it?
The song actually comes out on all platforms on November 30th.
Oh, nice.
It's Friday. It's ready for pre-order now. If y'all want to go ahead and do that, I got the pre-order
Where
link
can they
on my
pre-order?
page.
Oh, on your page. Okay.
Yeah, the link is on my page.
Okay.
I don't know what the link is to.
That was my next question.
They just give me links and I share them.
What's your what about the page? How would they be able to find it? Just look up Devin Golder?
Yeah, Devin Golder,
Okay.
DEVON GOLDER on all social media platforms. Devin Golder. So
Awesome.
I just accidentally messed your name up trying to share the live feed.
Oh,
Sure
So
did.
it's DEVON and GOLDER.
yes, sir.
But man, that's awesome, man. And you know, we've been doing this for like almost 2 years now. It'll be our 2 years officially on January 1st.
Congratulations.
And you know, thank you. We've been all about the community, and to me, you know, I just wanted to emphasize that sometimes we forget about the gifts that we have in the community and how we utilize them to help people. You know, like I was telling you all before, like you make videos to share with people to get. People may see that and have their own personal experience based on just seeing it. I know that a couple of different videos I've seen that you've done, like the one that where somebody got shot upstairs, but you didn't show the shooting.
Oh, yeah.
That, see, you don't even see. For you, that's probably old. For me, I still remember that because I was like, wow, that happens all the time. And it was a video where a guy was contemplating killing himself.
Wow.
You know, over, you know, whatever it was, but it was just realistic because a lot of people are faced with like, man, what do I mean in this world? Should I be here?
Right.
And some people will take themselves out thinking that they don't mean nothing to the world.
Right.
You know, so videos like that really stick with people and relate to different people around the world. And then again, what you do is visually, you know, creating art. That's just amazing to me.
Me too.
I'll say this over and over again. I cannot look at people and draw them. They will be all warped up, messed up, chin long, eyes big. You know, I just can't. You know, for some reason, I can't. Like, I'm a graphic designer. I could do that with a program that forces you to have certain, you know, metrics. But physically taking my hand and drawing a face, it'll take me years. And I will still mess it up. You probably do that in like less than 10 minutes.
Nah, take a little more time.
Take a little more time than that. But
I did
still,
all
that's
this in one night. Like, that was
you
like
got that done in one night. See, that's see,
night.
this would have took me a
That's
year.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's about
In a
9
night,
hours. Yeah, so sorry, like,
Okay, so you just, you just basically, man, just cussed them out because you said that, you know, if I take you 10 minutes, but that took me one night. Man, that was like, man, it took you like a
Right.
week.
That's like 10 portraits in one.
Yeah, literally. This is an awesome picture,
dope,
man.
man.
Again, so you know, sharing that with the community, man, and what you all do by sharing your talents as well is people can contact you and based on your work and get something from you.
Yeah.
To me, that's all about creativity in the community. It's basically you're sharing your talent. People will buy it from you based on the experiences that they have with whatever they're seeing or hearing. You know, and then D Golder, man, I've been knowing you for a long time, and
Yes, sir.
again, man, to me this does show growth in you. You know, not that all of your music is talented to me,
Thank you.
but when I first heard this, I'm like, man, this is going to go platinum because
Thank you.
this is dope and it's relatable.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, so you know, sometimes it takes us, you know, a while to really feel like, man, you know, I've been doing all these different things, you know, and maybe
Right.
this ain't this maybe this the lane for me. Maybe this ain't the lane for me over here. Maybe this the lane
Right.
for me.
Maybe I was just getting polished.
You was
from
just
my-
getting polished
from my
up.
real calling.
Preparing.
Yeah,
That's-
you
that's
just getting
pretty-
polished up.
That's what I was going to ask you, Devin. Have you ever felt like have you ever had a point in your life where you ran from your purpose, ran from
That's a
your
great
calling?
question.
Yeah.
I go from all of them.
Absolutely. I've had times where I've wanted to give up. I've had times where, the music business is harsh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've
I
fell out with partners. I've lost
Sure.
friends. I mean, me and Wycliffe weren't even that close for a little while. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
different business things that really, I was torn. I lived in New York for a few years.
Yeah.
I had a bad business dealing, and I just felt broke. Like
Right.
I
sure.
left New York. I left all the plugs that I was meeting.
Sure.
All the record execs, all the big stuff. I
Yeah.
left all of that behind, and I came back here to Indianapolis just because I felt like I needed to be around people who really I knew genuinely
Sure.
loved me.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Besides a talent, besides a money or whatever
Right.
it may be.
Right.
I know my family loves me.
Right.
So, I came back here, I was going through a really hard time, man, but God picked me up, showed me like, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Absolutely.
Don't give up. Nobody can stop you. Work on your craft, get in the studio, keep producing, keep writing, keep working with,
Right.
And sometimes I think back and I kind of regret like, oh, maybe I should have stayed in New York.
Sure.
I would have been this and I would have been that.
Sure.
But maybe that just wasn't God's plan for me,
Yeah.
or maybe I would have made it and I would have ruined myself, or you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like, I'm just accepting God's calling and I'm just walking in my path.
There you go.
That's it.
Absolutely. I have a question I want to ask y'all, and it's pretty relatable to the times that we're living in. Like, there's a lot going on, both politically, socially. The media age has boosted a lot of stuff we didn't know entered our faces. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's the truth and what's not the truth. How do you all, in your individual talents, drive through and push creativity based on the climate of what's going on today? Do you focus on it, or do you just kind of do your own thing? Like, does it affect you, or does it make you want to do anything with your talents?
For me, it does. I think it depends. It has to be something like, for me, I'm deep into like taking ideas and making it as abstract and as surreal as possible.
Sure.
So I take the simplest idea. So like Antler, the story about the 17-year-old kid who starts growing antlers out of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Like that all kind of stemmed from like what I was seeing in the media as far as like, I guess, suicide and like bullying and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And not that I was bullied or ever contemplated suicide, but I remember being that kid in high school that was
Sure.
like ostracized for being different. So
Right.
that was my way of kind of like giving back to my childhood
Nice.
and creating that nostalgic moment. So I guess basically what I'm saying is when I see ideas and when I see things in the news, I'm trying to think of myself, how can I totally distance the concept from what's going on, but still make it have that same, I guess feeling,
Yeah, sure.
that we see in the news.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Jamaica,
I pretty much stay to myself. Like,
stay to yourself.
news is depressing.
Yeah.
like
It is.
I mean, I see stuff on Facebook all the time, but I mean,
I feel you.
I'm doing my own thing. Like, but I try to say like as relevant as I can.
Yeah.
Sure.
With everything that's going on, like This Is America picture, like you already
Right.
know, like,
Right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Kaepernick. Has everyone that's died
Right.
through there, Trayvon Martin, everything.
Right,
So
right.
I mean, some things you can't avoid. So
Right.
some things
Absolutely.
have to be said.
Absolutely. It spills out into your
Yeah.
creative talents.
Yeah.
D Golden.
Yeah, definitely, man. I see things going on in the news in the community, and I haven't been doing it so much, but I definitely want to get into community works and the youth. I got a big heart for the youth.
Sure.
And just non-for-profit
Shout out
type.
to you.
Yeah, shout out to the youth, man, for real, because they need us. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
All day long.
So I definitely want to get more into giving back to the community and doing things for the youth and just showing them that everything that you see is not what you have to be.
Right.
What you hear in the rap song is not what you have to do. Like I told my sons the other day, because they're not gospel artists and they're making music.
Sure.
And I hear what they're talking about and what they're saying. So I'm like, I had to sit them down and like, when you hear these rappers on these records
Right.
talking like y'all are talking,
Right.
you have to realize that they're not really doing this stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen it to know that it's not.
The rapper
yeah.
that made it is actually a pretty intelligent guy.
Right.
He's
Right.
smart.
Mm-hmm.
He got his business together.
Right.
And he's talking about this stuff.
Got
on
a couple of degrees under his belt.
Right.
Probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or his team around him. Somebody
Right.
does.
Right.
You know. So I just I want to put the youth and let them know that it's cool. You just, like, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to do this. It's cool. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? You can still be a cool guy. And
Right.
Be positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what we feel like we've been pushed in as a people, which is sports, TV, media. You know, like we have to be in some form. Like we can't be doctors and scientists. And I was looking at NASA. Just somehow they just landed on Mars. You know, they just
Right.
put out a big thing. And I was looking
Wow.
around that room on there, and I'm thinking,
exactly, same thing.
where's all the black people?
What
You know
the
what I mean?
brothers? What the
They
brothers?
celebrating, excited, loving it. And I was thinking to myself, man, they need more diversity, but it's not their fault, right? I mean, technically, we could blame it on this country, but we live in a time where we should be pushing our kids to say that you don't have to be a rapper, you don't have to be a basketball player, you don't have to be a football player, you don't have to be a
Right.
rapper. You can be a doctor, scientist, you can be a NASA engineer, you can do anything. And you see stuff like that, and you really want to say, like, just tell the kids, like, look, that's cool, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, but you need a backup plan just in case this don't work out, because a lot of times we bank on these kids making it.
Right.
And when they don't make it, you could tell. Some of these people make it to the league, they get $4.9 million or $19 million, and it's gone within 2 years, and they're out the league. Family done took all the money, and it's just like y'all banked on a person getting the money, y'all gouged them for it, and now you back to square one. You know, we don't teach our kids how to invest, understand finance, and all these things, which is why we try to put shows like this together. It's to let people know.
Yeah.
So what you said was key in regards to telling your kids, like, look, this stuff that you see on TV, like MTV Cribs, we just now finding out that everybody that had a house on MTV Cribs was fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a one-day rental.
You know what I mean? One day rental.
Not even
the
a month.
cars, the house. They didn't own none of it. But back in the day, when we were younger, watching MTV Cribs, we thought that these were they real houses and stuff.
Yeah.
So that just shows you that everything ain't what it seems to be.
Right.
So we got to make sure that our kids understand that about this day and age when they're watching TV and reality shows and all this stuff, where they think
Right.
that that's where the money is, and technically it's not. You know, you still
not.
got a 1 out 2 out of a million people chance. You know, going to the
Exactly.
league, being an NFL player, all this stuff. There's so many people competing for that thing. It's not to say that you can't do it,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people competing for that. So realize that there's other things you can do.
I'm glad
So,
you mentioned that too, because my son's 5 now, and growing up, I didn't have that kind of conversation
Right.
with my parents about investment and stuff
Yep.
like that. They told us about saving and stuff like that,
Right.
but
Yeah.
there was nothing that we were necessarily saving for. We were just saving for a new
Right.
PlayStation game. So
Right.
actually
Right.
being, now Ocean being 5, like, and I know he doesn't fully understand, but at least giving him the resources and opportunity to at least
Sure.
know about investing and say, what to do with those savings. So
Right.
that's what we've been doing. That's been our main focus. Yeah.
That's dope, and that's what we should be doing. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Opening
And I've
up.
been seeing a lot more black folks focused on credit and things
Yeah,
of that
yeah,
nature
man.
here
Yeah.
lately. So I think that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Because like when we were younger, like
Yeah, I mean, credit wasn't even mentioned in
No.
our crib.
Not at
No,
all.
all I was told was just have good credit.
Right.
The credit
That's
card
it,
was the
like-
devil in our house.
oh yeah, credit card.
Credit card.
You better cut that up and put it in the trash can.
Right, right. Everybody had that
Get one,
had that
and
cash
if you got
under
one, like, it was for the big stuff.
Right.
cash under the mattress. You know what I mean? That's where our cash was. That was
Crown
the bank.
Royal bag.
And
Right.
it's funny too, like
Crown Royal Bank
and it's funny too, like
That's the savings account.
with the nickels and the dimes.
Crown
in it.
Royal Savings and Loans.
All the silver money and green money going to Crown
Right,
Royal.
right, right.
it's funny though because me and my 5-year-old we're learning how to invest at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
funny.
right.
Like when
Right.
I'm reading what we're reading together, like
Yeah.
a lot of stuff I didn't know. So it's interesting seeing us
That's dope,
both
man.
learn together.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah,
he
you
gets
pass
to
all that
learn
knowledge
things
down, man.
as a
Yeah.
5-year-old that you're just learning as an
Exactly.
adult. So
Exactly.
imagine when he's your
No,
age.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
Or
that's
half your
crazy.
age, what he's
Yeah.
going to be
No,
doing.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to give him the opportunity to do that.
Right.
Economics is huge, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
It's not too late. It's not too
Yeah.
late. If you're
Step my
listening
game up
in and you don't know anything about finance, credit, or whatever, look, we live in a capitalistic country.
Yes, we do.
You have
In a
to-
society, and everything runs on finance.
Mm-hmm.
So a part of and you don't have to accept being in this country for whatever reason, keep your money in your pocket, whatever. But I'm gonna tell you this: to get where you want to get to, whether it be business, a house, whatever it is, they're banking on you to have good credit, good finance, some money saved, and the only way you can do that is to realize that you got to get educated on that.
All day long.
And there's so many people out there pushing this right now.
Yes, it is.
DeMont Nixon is an advocate right now.
Definitely.
Nitty is doing credit repairs services right now. And what's crazy is that we'll spend money on all these things. Like Jordan, I know it's getting old. We always say this. People spend money on Jordans, go to the club, and all these other things.
Gucci, red bottom.
But won't spend
bottles,
$200 or $300 to repair their credit, which could be changed in 3 to 6 months. It's the difference from paying $500 a month for a brand new 2018 car and paying $250 a month. This is why when we was in high school, we used to see all the kids, we call them rich kids, and they be driving the BMWs, paying $200 a month, and you wondering how the heck you do that, or paying nothing at all. And a lot of it was they were finessed for finance. They were really they had already figured it out.
Right.
And something that I learned this past 4 years was that you could put a kid that's 15, 16 years old on as an authorized user on a credit card to start building their credit up, to start put them, when you go get a car, put them on it so they can build credit with you. We thinking that the kids are too young for that. Like, why you put the kid? That's what they've been doing all these years. So your boy that just got to college, with the collar and the fresh clothes on and the new car, he got an 800 credit score going into college. So when he get out of college, he's able to get a $250,000 house.
Right.
These are things that we don't find out until we get in our 30s, and that's what we got to change about our mindset when it comes to, our kids, teaching them this stuff before they get old enough to be mad at us. Like, I'm looking at my parents like, dang, I couldn't have told me about credit at least.
Definitely.
Man, generational wealth is more than money. It's the knowledge that that you pass down too.
It's definitely the knowledge.
So the more we learn now, we pass it down to our kids, and then hopefully, they'll do better and pass it down to theirs.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But this has been a great discussion, man. I'm glad that y'all were able to come through and have this discussion about y'all creativity,
absolutely,
and the community. What all y'all do is amazing to me. In your own.
Man, I wish I could draw.
You ain't lying, bro. I mean, and my pops can draw. My son can draw.
Said it just missed you, huh?
My wife can draw.
Skip the generation.
Listen, no, we'll give him the basketball. That'd be about it.
But that's crazy, man, because I was never one, my kids have superseded me in sports already. I never could make the basketball team. My kids are on the school team?
Yeah.
What? You know how hard that is in Indiana?
Right.
To be on the school team?
Absolutely.
You got to be a hooper.
Yes,
right.
Wow. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where my daughter gonna be at. She's only 10 months, so I'm trying to see if she busts in the room whenever I'm drawing. So we'll see if she gonna be.
Just wait till she get them crayons in her hand,
She'll be grabbing my paintbrushes.
She's not gonna draw within the lines. Just know that she'll be abstract.
Man, she might.
You never know.
Nah, she's gonna be an artist. She's not drawing between the lines. She got She got to think outside the lines.
This man did that in the night. That's insane.
Let me show y'all this picture again.
That's crazy.
This is a phenomenal picture of Martin and all of his characters. Let me see if I can get that light off of there.
I'm about to do it, Eddie.
That's phenomenal. You did that in one night.
Big brother.
You saw the Lipsy.
And all these characters are hilarious.
Right now, I'm so swamped. This is my
Martin was my favorite.
For real? Everybody got you drawing stuff?
Man, can you draw one man of us, bro? One day.
Give me a picture.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Good. We gonna put it up right there.
That would be dope.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope.
Yeah, drawing wise, this is my biggest size for drawing.
Take you to do that painting.
longer than what he was like.
Yeah,
It's longer than
I'm
night,
still,
but
he's
Couple
probably
nights.
Maybe.
Couple
probably
nights.
already done with the painting, but he was pretending like he was still painting. Just stay right there. Stay right
You have
there.
to make sure that
Right.
Hold on. Just
extra,
wait a minute.
extra gracious.
Let me add a little more black to that dread.
right.
You know what I'm saying? He had to get that
He was done a whole hour ago. Just hold on.
He had to make sure that waistline was.
Y'all know
be
what's
patient.
crazy?
Just be patient.
On his page, he has the original picture. If you see those side by side, you would be amazed. It's identical. The pictures are identical.
I actually know who that is in that picture.
You wait.
It's really cool.
Oh, okay. No.
Seen her some years ago, and she danced. Her and a few other girls danced with me.
That was,
Nice.
oh yeah, that's
I thought he was
man,
saying
when she
he know her because of the
dipped it back
pose.
down. I thought,
No, not because of the pose. I know her
forgot you
because
said that it was
behind the art. So that's
Gotcha.
dope.
that's what's up.
But
I knew
think,
this picture already.
That's awesome.
You know what? Went to the Vegas Strip. They had all these pictures they had drawn. And they just got them all printed out. Look like a copy. You can get a
the paintings.
Nice.
already. Right. Definitely something that, I would buy. You know what I mean? And
Definitely.
And because if you get these, dude, you could have a store, really.
Hey, I'm trying to quit
Everything
my
that
job
you
right
draw, you just create like that in Castleton Mall, but it was all superheroes.
now. Wow.
They had drawings like this, and they were just selling them like crazy. People were just coming in and out like crazy buying them because, they would just replicate. But yeah, do you have anything else to say?
No, man, listen, man. Well, thank you guys, man, for coming,
Yeah.
man. You guys are talented,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely
Definitely,
appreciate
man,
it.
check that song out, bro.
Please,
Definitely, man.
please
Give
check
you
it out.
a picture, man, a portrait. Like a family portrait. Yeah, went up to it.
They not lying. That's
Wait a
on.
minute. What kind of,
She
isn't
put
that,
it on me.
y'all warmed up to that? Basketball?
Yeah, man. Hey, man,
Shout out to
listen, man.
Jason
That must have
Porter.
been when your name was Sincere.
Jason. Well,
that what that was?
my name is still Sincere. Anyway,
See, let's go over this again. Let's go over this again.
Y'all played.
Who names himself Sincere?
Jason Porter played it because Jason Porter would bring in like the big speaker, and we'd be shooting around and stuff, and like he was, hey Pat, watch this, man. I'm gonna put on that on me, right? He put it on, everybody get hyped.
Get hype?
Yeah, everybody get hyped.
Is it R&B song?
Yeah.
I want to hear that song.
You
Y'all
haven't heard
talk
On
about
Me
it.
yet?
No.
So you was
see
a
if can
singer?
find it.
You was
Can
a
see if
singer,
can find
Jay?
it? Is it on
It
YouTube?
was a
No,
singer or a rapper?
no, it's Ray's song, man. But Jay,
Oh,
Jason
it was
did,
Ray's
video.
song. Okay, it was Ray's
I want to
song.
hear it. I've never heard
and
it.
Yeah, play it.
I went
I
to
need
the
to hear it
premiere
too.
of the video, and
Jace did the video. This is here. Hold on.
I want to say how crazy, how small that is, because me and him, we actually like went to summer camp together. We was younger.
Yeah, like
Wow.
15 years ago.
And then just
Wow.
yesterday, I was with my friend and I heard one of song with him on there. So it's like
Wow.
it's just crazy how we just all
we are
connect.
all connected.
There's
Exactly.
so much
I
talent
say
out
that
there.
all the time, man. You
You
laugh
don't
at
get
it.
your finger. I'm sorry, what did you
Your
say?
attitude bad.
Like I said, I seen this picture on social media because I follow her,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm meeting the artist.
Her name is
6, 7, 8.
Actually,
You wanna have an
natural,
accidental
natural
talk.
seduction is your name.
On social media.
On social media.
She's representing for all women out there.
Hold on, bear with me.
So, Jace, you have the 99 project.
Yep.
Have you ever done like a longer film?
Oh yeah. That was my primary focus, but I was wanting to do something that wasn't fictional.
Man, play the army, man.
Documentary?
Yeah,
About
yeah.
to.
I've been doing documentaries for. I would do them sporadically, but I was doing like one short film a year, and I was like, let me take a year off and actually just focus on something that's
You ever
community driven.
You ever pitched anything to Netflix?
No,
Seems
I'm-
like that's like the thing to do now.
Yeah, no, that's actually I'm actually working on a television series, well, 2 television series right now. So
Wow.
Dope.
Look
yeah,
at you.
in the
When-
meantime, while I work
Okay.
on this stuff, yeah, one that's being moving pretty well. So
That's
just trying to
good.
get everything contractually together. So
First off, this was done.
yeah,
Ray, you said it
About
like it was
40
92.
Man, I mean,
No.
This was
like
only
it-
4 years ago.
for
Like
music
it came out-
artists,
Oh,
it's
that's
a long time. Yeah.
Oh, I
Like
got
it came
you.
out simultaneously with Heavy D's. This is good to you.
Really?
like they mix
I'm
both.
only letting y'all hear a little bit of this. Jace did the
Y'all
video.
play basketball to this.
Hey,
Or warmed up. I'm sorry, warmed up.
Warm up to it. That's support, man.
I was banging.
It's the first time I
I
played
love
this
it.
on here.
It's banging.
We Ray face.
Right on.
He like that. He like that.
You see him?
My wife hate this video.
She
bet.
does?
Yeah. Oh man, listen. She was at the premiere with us, man. All the girls were yelling.
She don't
and
like
stuff.
what happened
And she
when,
was
in
hot.
this
She's like,
video.
But Misty always mad at something. That's what Gary people do. Look.
I still get some pretty good royalties off of this.
Put it on me.
And then I got married after that. She put it on me and I got married after that.
Hey, she just whistling too with an angry face.
Yeah. That's all.
Hey, that's dope.
Dope though. Sounds
No,
like
I love it.
I like it.
Right on, man. I got the music from a guy in Atlanta. I can't remember his name for
Okay,
nothing.
not
we
one
mixed
of our
and mastered.
locals.
No, we mixed it.
Shout
No,
out to the locals.
we mixed it and mastered it in our other old studio over there.
Okay, it sounds good, man.
But it you know, I'm looking to. I'm just throwing this out there just in case you want to, you know. If somebody want to buy this and redo it, and you know, because I know they do that in the industry, you know, they'll you know, just let me know.
Yeah,
We can
for
work
sure,
this out now.
for sure. We might have something going on here.
Yeah. I don't need got to be in the video. I just want to be in the background as the writer. That's where the money at.
He's like, I just want the royalties.
Right.
But man, this has been a great discussion. What I'm gonna do is end this playing your song. That when is the release again?
November 30th. So
Shout out.
Friday.
Yes.
Friday.
Go to
November 30th.
all music platforms, man, to get that.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
I mean, you know,
Talk to God.
you go to Karma. You go to Rockabilly's.
Frogs.
Frogs.
Wrong.
I'm like, man, I don't know how Karma, like, they're the only standing
still
record
open,
store.
man.
And they got CDs in there.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
hey,
do.
man. Hey, look.
I'm like, people still buy this? Like,
Yeah.
The only thing I remember
Karma's still open.
about Karma was they always had weed stuff.
that's why they're
Like,
still
hold
open.
on, is it
Yeah.
right?
That's why they're still.
Oh,
It
they
ain't got nothing to
booming
do with
now, I
the
bet.
CDs.
Oh man.
They booming now.
Them stores that sell all they don't sell the weed, but they sell all the stuff you can use.
You can use Oh,
Them stores are back
Thank you.
challenge. We appreciate y'all taking time out y'all day. I just want to end this show by playing your song, Talk to God. I talked to God, Devin Golder, featuring Wyclef Jean. Make sure that y'all support. I got y'all so talented that y'all got a picture drawn of yourself or your family or somebody you know. Hold it, Jermichael. Please support Devin Golder. Song is going to be everywhere. November 30th, Spotify, Pandora, all these stations. So go out there and get it and support him. And then Jeremy Wallace, what's the site? Your site again?
You got directedbyjace.com, so that's JACE, and then 99yearsseries.com.
Yep, 99series.com and directedbyjace.com. If y'all want any, and listen, it's a lot of people that do video. I'm telling y'all, this dude has a unique style and look to his videos that you can't get anywhere. I don't care how you try. His stuff is vintage. So
He's a Nasty Nelson of video.
right. But please contact him and get a hold of him if y'all want any videography done. And thank y'all for tuning in to Creativity and Community.
Yes. Appreciate
Here's I Talked to God, Devin Golder, featuring Wyclef.
It's funny, man. You read the comments on YouTube.
What's that?
I said it's kind of funny. I was reading the comments on YouTube, and there was this dude like on there clowning on me. He's like, "Yo, dude with the dreads need a cuddle." Like, he kind of got a squeaky voice too. like, it's funny to me. I
I've
love
been
it.
wondering if people be going like the stars be going through listening and reading what people say all the time.
Yeah, it's hilarious to me.
Tell him to sing.
Right.
Tell him to get wide play.
It's dope.
I talked to Clef today. He's in Germany doing a show.
Over here.
Hold it up.
I love this.
Thank you. Lethal weapon.
You like grand finale?
Voila.
Wait. You gonna put that up there while we're talking to God right now? What in the world?
She's godly. It's a black woman.
Hey, man, turn it back up, man.
He said while we talking.
What?
While we,
Wait, start clapping too with it.
yes.
That's of
While
course
we're
what's
talking
going
to God right now. Oh my God.
Yo. Hey, man,
What
turn.
in the world?
Hey, man.
You want to go back on? Nah, we
Empty
good.
can.
We good.
Mm-mm.
We good. That's it. That's it.
Peace.